Go.
Hey guys, it's Mclean, and welcome to the first new model source. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these, and here with me today is my good friend Kevin.
Hey guys, what's up?
So, before we get started tonight, I do want to remind you that the logo you'll be seeing tonight, the white Model News logo, is for the Road to the 24-hour stream. So, if you guys want to go ahead and you can start using it on Instagram or anywhere else, hashtags are accepted, and we can start bringing up attention to this and hopefully see a lot of you guys at the 24-hour stream coming this Christmas,
This December 19th, yes.
December 19th. There you go.
I want to
Mm.
say this, guys, though. I have just worked out a deal that we will be giving away a special edition 365 BL.
That's right, guys. So if you tune in, you will have a chance to win.
Yes, and we're going to be giving away Model News T-shirts in this white color. There will only be 6 made in the world, so we'll give one away every 4 hours.
But so Kevin, we do want to clarify that you win one, you can't win two, right?
Yeah, you cannot win 2, and also, sorry if you are a member of Model News, but you cannot get one. Unless it goes in the Model News collection, which one will. That would be number 7.
Yeah.
So realistically, there will be 7 produced, but one's going into the Model News box of merchandise.
T-shirts.
Yes, we set aside one T-shirt for every real group.
So that way, one day we have a museum.
Yes, the Model News Museum. That would be amazing.
We better start working on that, Kevin.
We gotta start, but also I gotta say this though. Thanks to Joe for putting this logo together.
You did a real good job on the logo. I like it.
Joe is an awesome person when it comes to logos, and an awesome person all around.
So, what we're gonna go ahead and get started tonight. Tonight we'll be talking about some of the new cat models that will be coming out soon. We'll start off with the CCM 1/24th scale Caterpillar D10T2 bulldozer. This
Okay.
model will be available in a coal blade version and a version with ripper and regular blade, and it looks amazing.
Well, I mean, it's 1/24th scale, so obviously you're going to get a lot of detail in it.
Yeah, and it may scare a few people away with the $694 price tag.
But think about this, though. The D7E was what, $595?
Yeah, this one is die-cast. Some of the models that they've released before have been in brass. This will be like the 336E, and it will be die-cast. I think the D7E might have been die-cast. I'm not positive.
The D7E was die-cast, and I know that...
They had a D11 at one time that was brass, I think.
Yes, now that thing cost a lot of money. Of course, this D10 would probably cost upwards of $1,100 if it was in brass.
Yeah. But it's an amazing model to look at the pictures. You can go to the Model News Facebook page and see some pictures up there.
Yes.
And yeah.
You can also go to the Model News website that we just launched.
Yes, guys, go ahead and check out the website. We've been redoing it a lot. The link will be down in the description of this video, if I'm correct.
Probably.
If we don't forget it.
Usually I'm bad at that, but still,
one of us will remember it and put it there. So. But
there's a good old space bar for a reason. So pause the video and slide on over to www.modelnews101.com. And sorry about that beeping. That's the new Facebook sounds, which are annoying as hell.
Yeah.
Whoops! I am sorry. We tried to keep it PG, and that's what happens with me.
Yeah. We can try our best, but it's never a guarantee, I guess.
Well, I mean,
but if I had to say...
That's the last frickin' time, I swear. Well, at least on your show. My show, well, yeah.
There's no hope.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Christian show.
Yeah. And I think if I'd have to choose one version out of the two, I'd probably pick the Ripper version.
I agree.
They both still look amazing.
Yeah, they do. The Cold Blade, it looks cool, but I don't know. The back just doesn't seem right.
It's just a giant counterweight, really.
In reality, yeah, but I choose the Ripper.
Yeah, more or less stick to what would be used in mining. I'm sure around here I'd probably more first see a coal blade before I'd see a Ripper version, but either way.
Yeah, and apparently my phone charger's already acting up, and I just got it.
Yeah. Other news, first images of the Cat 390F LME hybrid hydraulic excavator have become available. And it appears to have an opening in at least one opening compartment, which is actually a door panel to get into the body of the machine.
Yes, it is a access panel for servicing.
Yeah. It's not a very good picture. It's a crop picture, and there's only one so far. But it does look like it'll be a nice model, and I hope that it stays that way.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, since they're making it in a mass excavator version, it'd go well with the CCM 390. But here's the one big thing: one has a lot less detail. Diecast Masters. I can't say North Scott.
Yeah, yeah. Even though it is actually essentially designed by North Scott and was taken over by Diecast Masters, but yeah, and it will also go well with the 374D LME if you have one of those and you want to put a bigger brother with it on the shelf.
Either that or an adopted.
Well, yeah.
An adopted half brother there. Since, let's face it, it's not the same manufacturer technically.
Yeah, technically it's not. Uh,
The
yeah.
name the name on the bottom is different.
Mm-hmm. But the fact that this pre-image has come, it does give hope that we will see some more images very soon.
Maybe we'll see some of the backos really soon. I wonder who leaked that image, anyways.
I heard it might be a particular manufacturer, but I'm not going to mention any names just in case, because that's not been confirmed, and I don't want to bring up too many rumors. But,
give us a hint.
Yeah, it starts with a Y, but I'll just go that far.
A Y? YCC?
Maybe. Could be another one. Could be Jumbo or something. I don't know. Could be Yoga Pants Incorporated for all we know.
Yoga Pants Incorporated?
I'm sure there's a company there somewhere.
Oh, God. That's just an awful thought. This is turning into my show.
Go look at the Tim Hawkins video when you're done. It's a song he's done. It's called Yoga Pants.
No! I'm good.
There's no music video.
I'm fine like I am. I'm good.
Yeah. And I guess next on the list is the Tonkin, last of the new Tonkin models. The military tan, possibly limited to a production number of 300.
It is 300.
D7R.
D6.
Now, yeah, it is the same casting as the D6R, but like Northcott has done in the past, and since there is no decals, they are calling it the D7R because the military does not use D6Rs; they use D7Rs. They have some branches of the military do use D6Ts, but this one is being made to replicate the D7s. My opinion on this is, I've never been a fan of Tonkin D6R because it's an Asian spec machine. It's not the same. It's kind of a crossbreed in between the D6T and the American style D6R, but it's of course the one sold in Asia, so it's always had Power Edge decals instead of Power Stripe. But what do you think, Kevin?
Honestly, I think Tonkin's confused.
Yeah. Well, I think all manufacturers have done this, or most manufacturers. They've at least once decaled a machine slightly wrong to get it
I've said this on my show before. I don't know if you heard it, but Mclean doesn't watch my show, by the way.
I've watched a little bit of it, but I just don't spend too much time watching it.
He doesn't spend too much time watching anything, hopefully, then.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, there, I feel bad. But anyways, pretty much, I could live with North Scott repainting a 924G and calling it a 924H because they're basically the same
It's the
machine
same
on the
machine.
outside. There's some engine differences on the inside, and it's got a power edge. I can live with that. The CB534. Well, actually, that was this exact same model, anyways. What was
Yeah.
another one? Did they label like a 725 a 735 or something like that?
They logoed a 730 military truck, I think.
I could live with that as well because there's not really that much of a difference.
Yeah. It's not that big of a difference, and
But the difference between a D6 and a T7 is pretty impressive.
yeah. But it's been done before. I wouldn't blame them, but yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not like Joe said it perfectly in the group chat. Um, that he could live with all the small differences that like Norscott made in the past, even what Ertl made in the past.
Yeah.
But this is just it doesn't make sense how you'd make such a big difference like this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is true. But I do believe that it is probably close enough for the majority of people who are going to buy one aren't going to really notice it as much because they'll probably put it on a lowboy or a train or put it in a shelf and not really think about it. And some of these people might even be military collectors for all we know.
True. I mean, there's obviously going to be at least like one military collector out there, but let's put it this way: most people don't collect military models. I don't. But you know what? I I don't know what to think about this though because it does seem like really cool to have like the Desert Tan, and this is the one military model that Tonkin is ever gonna make in Cat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, it still seems kind of weird that almost exactly 2 months after they lost their license, they're still making a Cat model.
Well, the way I've been talking about this is they didn't actually lose their license; they sold it. And I'm sure that until they released all the products they already had in the works, because this D67, it's been in the works for a while, I'm sure. Because if they've already got them shipping over here from China, then they were made and started the project before they sold the license. So they still legally can sell them until they're so out. They can't make more, but they can still sell them. And they may be continued with the Diecast Masters product line, but considering it's a limited product, they may continue the D6R, but not the military version.
Let's put it this way: I think you said it right there is the fact that they had it made prior to them selling out, and that they had permission to go ahead and sell them as their own.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's how I figure it. But obviously I've been wrong many o times before.
Mm-hmm.
Mclean's always right,
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen. He's like Wikipedia, except for nobody can edit him.
Yeah. I wouldn't always say I'm right, but
He edits himself. There.
that's kind of weird. But and the next thing is on the list is the Diecast Masters announcement. Technically their first announcement was the 432 F2 backhoe. Now,
Yeah.
nothing is really known about this backhoe other than the fact that it's a backhoe. There's really nothing much.
And then they came out the next day and released the 420.
Yeah, and the pictures of the models differ greatly. The 420 F2 is the IT variation with forks, a thumb on the back. The 432 has got a 4-in-1 bucket with flip-over forks and an extended stick on the back. But we really got to think about this. Neither one is probably going to be the exact way they're set up. So it'll probably be somewhere in the middle. It may even borrow parts off the 420s made by Norscott because
I doubt it. I doubt it, to be honest. But let's put it this way: I'm glad that they got rid of the bubble cab on the F2 series, I should say. It's more of a European case style cab now.
Yeah. I like the look of the new cabs.
Yeah,
I definitely like the look of the new cab backhoes.
Honestly, like most of the new design machines that Cat has made, a lot of people don't like them, the look of them. But you know what? They did get one right. This backhoe, I can say I like it without even having to adjust to the look of it. But I will say this though, I hope to God that they do not give us an IT. Why do I say that? We have not seen a cat backhoe that is not an IT since the NZG days.
But we also got to consider we've only really technically seen two backhoes from Northcott that were just redecaled with slight changes from the E or from the D to the E.
Well, actually, I've had both D and E backhoes, and there are some major differences. Actually, they're completely different models in all honesty. Do you have both models?
I had the 420D and I've had parts 423. Oh no, E. I think both of mine were E's.
Okay, so pretty much there was three backhoes that Cat ever released. There was the 420D, and I'm not, and the you can go ahead and count the 432E with all this because they always come out in pairs. You had the
Yeah.
420D, then you had the 420E Power Stripe, and then you had the 420E Power Edge. And then there's actually a fourth variation in China with the yellow bucket,
Mm,
which I would
yeah.
have loved to gotten that. But anyways, let's put it this way: the 420D and E have completely different cabs. The rear sticks on them are completely different on the backhoe. The boom is completely different. Come to think of it, the IT loaders are completely different. So the entire model is completely different.
Okay, because I thought I had seen that they were more similar, but they may be. But then again, we also got to remember some of this is probably just differences in the paint or slight details, but it used the majority of the casting the same. But my main thing is I can't wait to see these new backhoes. I hope they're nice, and if it came with a thumb on the back, I wouldn't be too upset.
I wouldn't either, but I still say please do not put an IT on it, please. Now, if they can master it so it like can tilt back properly and that they don't for the love of God put a 4-in-1 bucket on it.
Actually, I don't mind four buckets, and personally, I think a four is a better bucket to be on a backhoe. But as long as they get the bucket in the right scale, I wouldn't complain.
Honestly, that's the only like the NZG they released the what was it, the 936 IT.
Something like that.
It was the 936 CIT. It had a 4-in-1 bucket. It had teeth on it, which was the only real thing I didn't like about it. But it had a properly scaled 4-in-1 bucket. The only thing that was wrong with it is that the bucket didn't really tilt back that far.
Something like that.
And that's the
Now,
one problem with all IT models. And most IT machines, loaders, and backhoes, the bucket can tilt back further than regular linkage on most of them.
now, it appears that the possible expected release date of the 420 F2 is March 24th is a possible expected release date, and an expected price could be it's one place says 88 euros, so that would be what is that? Where is it here? That'd be 96 US dollars.
Oh, God.
So it would have to be a mighty nice model.
You know what,
But
though? Let me put it this way. I hope Diecast Masters, and these are unconfirmed reports, of course.
well, these are reports. They're listed on a European retailer, and prices often vary a little bit.
But honestly, like if it was like $50, I would pay it just because.
Uh,
Honestly, I do like the F Series backhoe, but I don't see myself liking them that much.
yeah.
You know, it's like one of those deals when your girlfriend asks you how much you love her, and then you go, and then she goes, "This much? Sure. This much? Oh hell no." It's one of those
Uh,
things. Just to give a good comparison to most guys out there, for most guys out there.
Now, this other one for the 432, it lists expected release date to be the next day. So I don't know. Maybe
Is it like
we'll
a
see what happens.
reliable resource?
It's an online model dealer that seems to be pretty big in Europe.
I'll have to wait until maybe even 3,000 Toys say something. But if it's 96
Yeah.
bucks, I will not pay it. Now, if I can get one for obviously cheaper, obviously I'll jump
You'd
on it.
likely possibly be able to get one less expensive somewhere because some people do sell lower. And the European, sometimes the models aren't exactly the same price when you convert the prices over.
Yeah, true. I mean, let's put it this way though. I can see why it would be more in Europe, to be honest, because of inflation over there.
Yeah, the price is a little bit differently, but let me check here. See if I can find some model just to give a little comparison with. See, can I find a 432 or 420?
Now let's put it like this though. What was it like? Does it convert like you said, $96?
Something like that.
The 336E costs that much, and that's not even worth it, really.
This also may be recommended retail price. I'm not sure.
But again, that model was just announced less than a month ago, so obviously these are all initial reports,
Yeah,
and really,
it may change very quickly or a lot.
in the end, it's really nothing to go by, to be honest.
Yeah. For example, this particular place is also selling 420E for 42. No, that's not right. Was it 42? 46 euros. Or no, was that 42? I don't know. It was saying like 46 euros. Um, and that's like 40. No, yeah. Sorry, 42 euros. That's 46 US dollars. And that's a whole lot less than one's being sold for in the United States. But that may be wrong,
Yeah.
you know. So
Definitely, again, initial stages, so it's really nothing to go by yet, but
oh, I was wrong. Sorry, I typed in the wrong price. Let me try this again here. Okay, it was 74 euros or $81, which is more than the 65 you can buy it for in the United States. Okay, I don't know what went
wow,
wrong.
you majorly messed up there. That's very rare
Yeah,
for
I
you.
think I put 42 because I was looking for a 420. I think, sorry, that was a large brain fart. I think Kevin could probably smell it from where he's from.
I just smell my own.
Oh my. Um,
Hiya,
yeah.
guys. I'm kidding. I smell my Coke.
So yeah. So that's pretty much it for the new cat news for right now. It's all we really know right now. More will be found out as we go along within the future. Um, and obviously, we'll keep you up to date, not only here, but anywhere. If you go on our website, our Facebook, our Instagram, you'll be able to see news. Um, we try to keep it as up to date as possible.
But
And as
sometimes
soon
it's
as I see
hard.
something, yeah, as soon as we see something, we'll post on Facebook. Instagram's a little slower sometimes, but it comes right through your feed.
Yeah,
You don't have to
really.
go searching for it.
Instagram is run by me and our new guy. I don't want to welcome, especially Patrick Crocker, aka Diecast Construction Page, to the Mall News family.
And yeah, so Kevin, do you have anything to say about new website?
Uh, yeah, there's been a lot of work that's been put into it, and this site was built about 2 years ago, but it hasn't been really touched in 2 years as well. As right as we really got going, we sort of focused our attention on the Facebook and Instagram since we had our run for what was it, like 2,000 likes or 3,000.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit, but just to think, we've gone through a few websites, so hopefully this will be the last.
We've only gone through really one, but anyway,
Three.
one. But anyways, yeah, but
I think I could search on Google right now and find three, but
anyways, but we are going to be updating it. We're going to be adding all of the new crew guys that have joined in since this one was last updated. And we're also going to have some blogging parts to it, just be more interactive. It's part of the Model News interactive initiative to get really a lot of people interactive with each other and, start to bring that interactivity back to the community that we really did lose with the YouTube Google Plus thing. And
yeah,
and a lot of people that have been around for quite some time, 3 or 4 years would like us would really remember what the commenting system was like and how it's all messed up nowadays. So, it's really, and it's not really a copy of DHS forums because DHS forums is massive. Let's leave it like that. But it's really something small and interactive for everybody to get to, and it's a really cool idea. And
It's definitely not the right model news. I'll ignore that.
Scarlett Johansson,
I have no idea. It was some website.
Kim Kardashian,
I don't know who it was.
Kayla Bruce Jenner.
Definitely not.
Wait a minute, is it like Kayla Bruce and Jenner? N?
No, I have no idea.
I don't know, but
I
that's a
don't know who
mess.
that
I'm not
dude
going
is.
into that. It's not really a dude anymore, though, is it? It's more like a she-male. No, it ain't more like. It is a she-male.
Have you ever watched that movie, Mrs. Doubtfire, Kevin?
No, I've watched.
You should. There's some pretty funny lines in that movie.
I've watched all the Medea movies from Tyler Perry, though.
Those are pretty funny too.
Yes, they are. But anyways, back on topic though. But really, there's gonna be a lot going into this, and our focus right now is on the website. But at the same time, my focus is actually on the 24-hour stream that's coming up in under too much time, and of course we gotta mention that, of course, on December 19th through 20th, 2015, we're gonna be hosting the biggest model news event ever, and we've had some big ones, haven't we?
Oh yeah, I remember the first 24-hour stream was when I first came in to start with model news, and
Yeah.
I think Kevin and I did pester him into getting into the show.
On Facebook, you messaged me like 20 times.
I don't remember that. If I go all the way back in the Facebook messaging, I may have
That's been
sent
quite
like
some time.
messages.
He's gonna be going back nearly
That would have
3
been like
years.
5 years ago. I'm not gonna do that, but I could.
But anyways, I'll have it for the next Kevin show, guys. Promise. I'll have a screenshot for you. But anyways, but I'm gonna leave it like this though. It is gonna be the biggest event we've ever hosted, and I'm psyched for it. Giveaways, including T-shirts and that special edition 365 to one lucky viewer. And you can also still be a part of the show. Being a part of the show does not mean you cannot get prizes and all that.
As long as you don't join model news while you're in the show, you're good.
If you join 10 minutes after the show, you're good.
As long as you're not during that
Exactly.
24-hour period, you're good.
Exactly. During that 24-hour period, you cannot join. But anyways, join the group. But then afterwards, yes, you can. But anyways, let's put it this way though, guys. It's gonna be really awesome. Prizes, T-shirts, and if you are a part of it, you can still join in. Just message me on Facebook or Instagram at Rollins Photography, of course. Just say, hey, I want in, and give me your Skype name, and I will add you in to the ever so growing list of guests on the show. There's some big names in there as well, so you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, that one person, their name is longer than the alphabet, pretty much. Just kidding. You did say big names, right? Yeah, that's a pretty big name.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't even.
I just need to find someone named that.
How about this? 0100100110011001100.
Sure.
Yeah, that works. Oh god, I want to change my Skype name to that now.
Oh, yeah. Kevin will do that. That's Kevin.
01001001100. You know what, guys? I gotta do this. I'm sorry.
Oh my!
But
What did we do?
guys, you're gonna hate me for this.
So yeah, guys. I think that's just about it for tonight. Definitely want to have some more guests on the next next ones. This is kind of a test to see what you guys think. If you like this, let us know, and we'll definitely do more. If there's anything you think we should change about it, let us know. Anything else you have to add, Kevin?
I got something.
What's that, Kevin?
010011001.
Thank you, Kevin.
I think this is gonna show up in here, but 010011001. That's gonna be so funny. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, though. It was such a cool one. And Mclean, you want to close us out? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks you guys for watching, and like I said, if you want to see more, let us know if you like this. You check us out on Facebook, Instagram, the new website, YouTube. But if you're watching it on YouTube, I guess you kind of did that.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, check out the YouTube.
Yep, that's exactly. If you've seen this on a link, check out the rest of our videos. The Kevin Show, the Anthony
Wear some headphones.
Isabella Show. Yeah. Yeah, you may want to do that if you're around family. Pre-warning you.
You know, I give them a warning anyways. I tell them specifically in the beginning. The views The views expressed in this show are not the views of the Model News Group nor anybody associated with it, and also, there can be mild to moderate language. You have been warned.
You have been warned. Now heed this warning, because you will want to if you have not.
Yeah, and it's very. Let's put it this way. I don't know how my show has not been classified as a porno yet.
I don't want to know why.
Just saying. Alright, guys, so thanks for watching, and as always, guys,
See you later.
you're supposed to say peace out.
Peace out. Okay, I don't know what you say, Kevin. I've never
Okay.
watched one to the end.
Peace out. Bye, guys. See you later on the next one. Rate, comment, subscribe, follow K-Ron's Photography on Instagram. Bye.
Stop the plug.
And Dirt Dauber NC. Where did you come up with that anyways? Alright, guys, see ya.